Welcome. I'm Paul Merkley, co-founder of Seniors Junction. Thank you for coming to this presentation. This is the first of 5 very short video recordings that we're making for people who feel they are beginning in music appreciation, and so that you get a bit of confidence and a bit of an introduction to terms and how we do things and concepts before we start the main course. If you know a fair bit or a little bit about music, you may say, oh, well, I don't need this. And it's probably true that you don't. So please, in that case, skip ahead to other things we offer. What we are offering in these courses in music appreciation is unique. Music, when it's studied in the classical way, has a great many terms and skills and requirements, big hills to climb. It's probably just about as difficult as biology, if you think of it in that way. But our goal here is to offer you music appreciation, which means that what I want is for you to have a listening experience and an understanding based on that listening experience. So I have done everything I can think of to reduce the barriers of technical terms, technical requirements. I've done everything to put the emphasis on what you will hear and how you will understand that. I will be making comparisons with other subjects because that's very useful for the head and heart to think about music and dance, music and painting, music and history, music and poetry. These are things that help us make new pathways in the brain, and that's one of the ways we stay sharp. That's one of the ways we prevent dementia. So, to give you an idea, we've made 5 videos that are bridges to you're getting ready for a course that you would take from us. This is the first one. The second one, to give you an idea, the second one will be on texture in music. Now, some of you may say, I didn't know there was such a thing as texture in music. What on earth do you mean by texture in music? You see what I mean. It is not a technical thing like saying I'm teaching you sharps, flats, lines, and spaces. It's your experience of the touch and feel of music, because music has that as surely as a fabric does, or a physical object does. It has a touch, it has a feel. And I'll teach you about that in the second bridging video. Let me show you what will happen in the others. Texture, as I said, in the second one. Third one, rhythm, meter, and tempo. That is to say, the aspects of music associated with time. Again, I'm not going to make barriers trying to teach you technical words for rhythmic values, but I do want you to understand and feel and hear how these elements go together. In the fourth video, we'll take a good look at the orchestra, hear what the different instruments sound like, how they fit together, how they function, and also consider that very important person who often has a job that's not well understood, the conductor. And finally, I would like you to be able to hear the qualities of major and minor. That does not mean that I'm going to fill you with scales and tones and semitones and half steps and steps. It means that I want you to understand the concept and feel the effect. And since I have you here right now and have your full attention, I do want to say something to help you understand the concept of tonality and the associated word of tonic. So this will give you an idea of what we're doing and what the difference is between what we do and what you would do with someone else. Tonality. Tonality is the musical equivalent of the force of gravity. It is a goal towards which a piece of music progresses, towards its end, which is on the tonic being the note that expresses the tonality being the gravity that draws it there. What would it be like if you were to sing O Canada and stop at the second last note? I'm going to show you. O Canada, we stand on guard. For... Can you be relaxed with my stopping there? Can you be at peace? Can you feel complete? No. Don't you feel better? Don't you feel better? One of the great stories about Mozart is that he was upstairs supposedly asleep, and his father was downstairs playing music, and they stopped on the second last note of the piece, and he couldn't stand it. And he ran down from his bedroom and played the last note on the keyboard so it would be complete. You would be the same. You would want it to go to that note. That's that force. That's tonality. That's the force of gravity. I'm sure that many or most of you have heard Julie Andrews sing Do Dear in The Sound of Music. How's that work? The do is the tonic. There's a very clear tonality. Do a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, Fa, a long, long way to run. We're not done yet, are we? You feel the gravity? So, a needle sewing thread. Are we done? No. La, a note that follows so. Now we're really not done. Now you can feel the pull. Tea, a gin with jam, and we need another note. Bread, and that brings us back to do, the tonality. That's tonality. That's the force of gravity in music. If you can hear that, if you can feel that, then you can feel it again in other pieces, and you can feel the way in which there's a pull towards it, and maybe sometimes that pull is delayed, and maybe the delay plays with our expectations. Maybe the delay takes a minute to give us a bit of drama. Maybe there's a buildup. Do we get there quickly? Do we get there slowly? Do we get there by a step? Do we get there by a jump? Does someone play a timpani, a big noisy drum when we get there? Is there a cymbal crash? Do we sneak there? How is it done? Tonality. Tonality, the musical force of gravity. Thank you very much for your kind attention. We have 4 more of these bridging videos. They're all short. They'll all prepare you and give you an idea of what we're going to do in the classes. Again, it is a unique design that we have because this is about your listening, your understanding, your feeling, your reactions. It's also about your brain and your heart. And I'm so very pleased to be here for you. Of course, in the classes, there will be questions and answers and discussion. This is just to get you started. Thanks very much. Again, If you're experienced, you probably don't need these 5 bridging videos. If you feel you are enjoying them and it's helpful, please continue. I'll see you for number 2 on texture in music. Is there such a thing as texture in music? Oh, come and find out. Thank you. See you soon.